I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon update.
A werewolf can kill a vampire. Did you know that? I never knew that, so I didn't want to be a vampire anymore. I want to be a werewolf.
The midterms, the battlements held, the invading Red Hats trying to overturn democracy and make us live in a fascist-run hellscape where women are baby factories with no rights and fossil fuels turn the planet into an unlivable wasteland. Well, those vampires were vanquished, except for one. Look, maybe that's an exaggeration what I just said, but we are headed that way. So in this rare update, may I congratulate you, those of you who voted for democracy, for keeping the rule of law, who stood against fascism and totalitarianism and whatever the hell this is. Seriously, when did we drop our standards for leaders? Oh, right, the cocaine-fueled college dropout. That dropped us into the Great Recession, right? Let's take a look at which party brings qualified people, which party brings people that aren't qualified to work as carnies on the tilt-a-whirl. If you can't trust someone to run a restaurant without being armed, how the hell can you trust them to run anything? Now, the past history of the midterms is pretty consistent, and usually with a president that has a 44% favorable rating, the opposing party picks up anywhere from 20 to, and this is a big number, 60 seats in the House and 5 to 15 in the Senate. And this is so historically consistent that the Republicans thought, hell, man, we can put anyone up and they'll win. Yeah, no. In the last 100 years, Roosevelt lost 81 House seats. Eisenhower lost 48. Obama lost 63 at his midterms, and Trump lost 40. Only twice has the House and or the Senate not flipped in the midterms. One was when Clinton had a 63% favorability rating. He gained 5 seats. And the other was after 9/11. Bush gained 8. So people thought that this last midterm, with Biden at 44%, that the Republicans were worse than 9/11.
Well, nobody's gotten to the bottom of 9/11, unfortunately, and they should have.
Biden may lose 3 and might gain 1 in the Senate. Good gain, everyone. Now, the youth vote canceled out the elderly, the minority vote canceled out the Nazis, and the don't want me or my kids shot in school or at the movies vote canceled out the insecure white men who watch porn and call themselves alphas while living with their moms vote. We didn't hold both houses, but we held democracy, at least this time. We voted out a group of crazies and kept a couple of dangerous court jesters that, if allowed to fester, will hurt us eventually. But to all of you who didn't vote party, but decided to vote for America, thanks. Take a break for a couple months. Except for you, Georgia. Get off your asses and save the Republic. Again. Democracy is work, but it's better than
Vampires. I don't know if you know vampires are cool people, are they not?
I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon update. Seriously, man, they just think that we're going to win no matter who they put up. Might as well just put up a cartoon character or something. God dang. It's not even. She just handles it better than anybody. I've never even...
Are you putting your gum under the table?
All right, you guys ready to start?
Your left arm is
He
deep.
did. Did
It's
you
very
see it?
deep.
Did you see
I don't
it?
want to talk to anybody
Anything
anything. Maybe you
over
guys
it?
should pay attention to what the hell you're talking
Yeah,
about.
well, while
And so-
you're having a conversation with me,
So
you're
maybe I
putting
put my gum under the table because I was going to start the podcast.
like
Hi,
an
everybody.
animal.
Christopher Titus Podcast. With me, as always, the lovely Bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And the judgmental Highlander.
There could be only one.
Ah, you got in trouble and I didn't.
Yeah, how does that work?
Every time. He pointed out to
I have
me
to live with her.
when you kind of live with
And then
him
she texts
too.
me.
True.
Yeah, so he figured out when he edited the last podcast that you blamed me for something, and then I immediately
Yeah, 'cause
blamed
you-
him, and
yeah,
then we
yeah,
moved on.
yeah, we moved on. That's
But
how it goes.
the whole thing happened within 30 seconds. I'm like, wait. And I didn't realize it as it
It was
happening.
amazing.
Yeah.
He texted me that, and I was like, "Yeah,
That's how
right.
this works. That's how this works.
Pecking order.
So I don't. It's weird. In a brief, I don't know if I'm optimistic or feel like we missed it, but I will say this: when you go optimistic or we missed it,
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
was
sure.
weird.
We did something that hasn't been done historically almost ever. When a president has a 44% approval rating, usually they get their ass handed to them, and the Republicans knew that was happening. They were so cocky. They're like, we don't care. Let's you know what? Let's put up an orange, and Orange is going to run against Warnock. No. Let's get something that can talk. Well, Orange can talk better than Herschel. No, let's get Herschel. And then I don't get Georgia. So Warnock beats him. I think it ended up being like 35,000 votes, and he still has to run off.
Yeah.
You know what that is? That's basically racists in Georgia making sure that they get a second bite of the apple in an election.
You mean there has to be like such a large margin that
has to be
50%?
Someone has to
higher.
get 50% of the vote.
Because an independent took a small percentage of the vote.
And so what they do is Georgia, if you'll see, will put up an independent to take votes away from whatever, depending on what people want to happen. So our system is being rigged, manipulated.
Well, Georgia passed a lot of election
and loopholed. Oh
laws.
yeah, restrictions. Yeah. So, but here's the good news. So they were thinking, the Democrats and the news, and this is what I go. Well, this is what I hate about polls and projections. Well, they're going to lose a bunch of seats. No, there's no fucking evidence for that except for historical evidence. And but we've also never had a Republican Party this insane. Like you got
it's
Marge.
Cartoonish.
Yeah, it's not like even Clinton had like normal Republicans.
Yeah.
Although Newt Gingrich was the beginning of all this, what we're living through right now, and so they only lost. They gained a seat in the Senate, and they only lost. They may lose 3 seats in the House. Maybe it's not settled yet.
It's not settled yet. And I know last week I was celebrating Boebert, but she's now 1,100 votes ahead, and today's the last day I think for people to cure their ballots. But there were thousands of ballots
30,
that needed to be cured, just people verifying their signature that voted, and that could completely flip that race, but we won't know for a while. So in Georgia, the candidate has to receive 50% plus 1 first choice votes on the first count. If they don't, so the fewest votes candidate is eliminated, then the highest two go to a runoff. It's now 4 weeks later. It used to be 9 weeks later. You cannot register to vote now. You have to have registered for the regular election.
And you can't vote on the Saturday because it's Saturday after Thanksgiving. They won't let you vote.
But you can do early voting a week prior. So November 26th at the earliest, you can request an absentee ballot. And this is also happening in Alaska.
So here's my whole thing. We live in a country that's based on one person, one vote, unless you were black in slavery times, and it was your 3/5 of a person. So you had to get a bunch of people together. I don't understand why wouldn't you make it easier to vote and then have to come up with good policies?
Democrats do try to make it easier
all the
to
time.
vote. Republicans want to make it harder to vote because when more people vote, they get less votes.
They lose every time.
So that's why we're always pushing for, Saturday and Sunday voting, more voting,
mail-in
locations.
voting, early voting, ballot box drop-offs.
Yeah, and they're voting against all of that.
And speaking of that, what's great about what happened is that all these people got together and they decided, fuck these guys. I would say that this could be the fuck the GOP election. That's because there was dudes hanging out in pickup trucks watching ballot boxes trying to intimidate people, and people went, hey, I'm going anyway. And they went and they said that the youth vote canceled out the elderly vote.
65 and over.
Well,
canceled them out.
So Gen
Z saved our ass. Thank you very much. Yeah. Young women, 18 to 29, voted overwhelmingly, 72% for Democrats.
I'm sure Roe v. Wade had something to do with that.
Yeah. But here's the thing: is like, how arrogant do these guys have to be on the right, where they think, all right, we're just going to do whatever the fuck we want and tell people. Yeah, we're going to get rid of, really, right before the midterms, you're going to get rid of abortion that we've had for for 50 years.
One of the biggest symbolic rights.
And you're still going to win. So someone had a meeting where they went, guys, in midterms, we always destroy Biden's thing is not that great. Fuck it, just take everything from them. And they did it, and they got their asses handed to them. Here's how great you guys did. Ted Cruz was so pissed. He said, I'm fucking pissed.
Did he really? He said that?
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, we made Ted Cruz lose hard. This guy's so unaware. He never knows when he loses. He didn't think he lost when he left fucking Texas to go to Cancun.
Yes, listening to him complain and bitch, I was really like,
that's so comforting. It's like ASMR. It's like so comforting to hear. You're pissed off.
So my question is this, and I don't understand this. Why don't these Republicans sit down and have a meeting and go, hey guys, instead of trying to fuck everybody over and jury rig the system, because by the way, we're putting a lot of effort into rigging the system. What if we just spent that energy that we're spending trying to figure out how to rig the system to come up with plans and ideas that would help people. But it's what Reagan did. Reagan flipped the entire narrative. He said, he 7 words, I'm from the government, I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
He flipped the narrative. He came up with a plan to get people to focus. And he wasn't calling everybody a pedophile, and he wasn't saying socialism. He was just saying, and then he said trickle-down economics. We give these companies breaks, they're going to make more money, they're going to give it to you. And people went, yeah. Remember them? I did it. Let me break down trickle-down economics for you. Here's the idea. If we give rich people more money, they'll give it to poor people.
Because they have such a great track record of giving their wealth
you
to
should
the
hear
poor.
when I would do that bit on stage, people would just burst out laughing. Some people would clap like, yeah, right. That's the dumbest shit we've ever heard. And we bought it for 50 years.
It's weird that it seems like, the right-wing media, I guess, is always on the same script, right? They seem to get it together. But then there is clearly some infighting. Right
now, it's piranhas, as we did in the Armageddon update. There's piranhas. They've all gone
right out for themselves. Especially Trump going after DeSantis. Like he sees it like he's just out for himself. I mean, I guess they all are at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. Is that so the Democrats? There seems to be, and I'm going to Buttigieg and John Ossoff. John Ossoff introduced a bill this week where basically what he's going to do. They're going to go to the cold cases of lynchings, all the cold where they never figured out who lynched who, and there's a new bill to open those cases.
Oh, Republicans are going to love that bill.
That's why Ted Cruz was pissed.
Oh, Grandpappy Oliver. Oh, yikes.
That's critical race theory.
First, we took down all the Confederate statues. Now we're going to get the people who lynch black people.
Oh.
It's a backwards. We should have done different. But
it's a lot of people.
Yeah, there's a lot
South,
of people that are going to be 80 watching
Republican
TV.
Party. Oh. Some of them are still alive. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Oh, because it seems so far to me. Probably seems less far to black people. Okay. Wow.
It never feels far for black people. It's always on top of it.
Yeah, it's such bullshit.
But let's talk about this, because here's my problem. Because Biden kept saying something. I got a lot of people mad at me. Biden kept saying something, and people misunderstood what he meant. He said, I want a strong Republican Party. We need a strong Republican Party. People are like, the fuck are you talking about? We don't want a strong Republican Party. He wasn't saying that. He was saying these MAGA guys are not the Republican Party. We need an actual Republican Party so we can debate policies that can help America. That's what he meant. But everybody was getting mad about that. And I was like, no. He means we want some normal fucking guys like Kinzinger. Cheney voted with Trump 99% of the time, but I don't care if you're conservative.
But that's the thing. Cheney, Mitt Romney,
Kinzinger,
Mike Pence. I mean, these are all people that we wouldn't vote for, but it's like how they always say in a divorce. We heard this a lot, that go to the table and negotiate, and when both of you are pissed, then you have a deal, right? That's kind of how this works. It's finding a balance, and with that party in such disarray, because now the MAGA people are trying to get rid of McCarthy in the House. They're trying to get rid of McConnell. They're running against him. Other people.
McConnell won already.
McConnell already won, which he was the confidence that a man that looks like he looks. It is frightening.
It's confusing.
It's frightening when he said,
but also
when
you
he
gotta
said,
admit,
"Oh, they're not going to vote me. I got the vote."
Kind of sexy in a weird way.
Yeah, no.
Well, you look,
Not at all.
no. You look like that, and you're still
Little
that confident.
concerned about you.
He must be swinging like an 18-incher. Just like, by the way, let me show you, ain't nobody taking this.
He's very confident. But they're infighting. They're doing news segments about each other, ripping each other apart, saying, "I will never vote for him," or "I'll never vote with him."
Matt Gaetz came out and said
so
flat out.
all that does is tear us down, because that's half. You look at the votes, and people have to realize how important voting is this election. I was screaming at the TV the whole time. We didn't win. I mean, some places, but it was Lauren Boebert, 1,100 votes right now. 800, 385 votes all over the country.
There was one state race, and I think it was one of the state houses got one vote. It was literally one vote.
It's painful.
When they counted it like 4 times, one vote.
So please, people vote.
So you guys got to vote. And by
you
the way,
have 2 years to register.
Here's the weird part is that people. I mean, when I was a kid, nobody voted. When I was a kid, it was just a big, because we had 2 normal parties and everything was going okay.
Yeah.
We are to a point now where, and this happens if you look through history, every society about 250 years in starts to go towards authoritarianism. People are tired of it. We can't get tired of it. We still have the best system in the world, as fucked up as it is, and as as it is to work it out. I was just thinking, I'm like, 2 years goes by like that now. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, fuck, we gotta do this in 2 years again?
Yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm more exhausted because dipshit announced his presidency last night. The most dead-eyed, no inflection, fat, big-ass, like, just pile of glurg. I can't even take it.
Glurg.
I'm so like,
Trump is a pile of glurg.
I don't even have
Someone
words
make a
for
meme
it.
pile of glurg.
I don't even have words.
Hello. I am on it.
But you
Pile
know
of
what
glurg.
glurg would look like if you stuffed it into a suit.
Perfect word. He's glurg.
He's
Fuckers,
glurg.
He is
I
pure
just-
glurg.
I can't even believe we're here. He's got multiple, like double digit cases against him, like federal crimes,
Yep.
felonies,
Repeat.
not
Garland.
parking tickets.
Bro, 2 years, man.
That's
Come
what
on.
I said. Also, he told you when he was going to announce. He gave you a week notice. You could have arrested him before. He said he should have arrested him at the announcement.
Good announced president. Oh shit! What are we doing?
And he just stood up there and talked pure shit, made things up. Said the wall was built.
Said
like,
he said during- when he said for when I was president, we didn't have wars for decades.
he said wars for decades and decades when he was president.
What the fuck? Like what? What?
But those people that
First of all, I go, at
post,
least I ain't that stupid. I want to be a werewolf.
oh,
But that's-
I
but-
always want to be a vampire, but now I want to be a werewolf. So you know how you kill a vampire? You got to get a cross. You got to get a cross, or you get a stake.
Holy shit.
He's
And-
doing a speech.
Oh, you get a necklace of garlic. No, stay with me. Stay with. I was like, what? But the same
This is your guy,
people
Georgia?
that
What
are
the fuck?
constantly posting clips of Biden saying 54 states or like, word mess ups or whatever.
That was following
These
that
are the
was-
people
that
that
was
said
Obama, by
that
the way.
last night.
wasn't it?
No, it was Biden. But I mean, these people are on the road nonstop.
Yeah.
They're exhausted.
And he's 80.
And he's 80. But also, I say dumb shit. You guys know that.
I get paid to say dumb shit.
But that's the thing is like they're fine. They thought Trump's speech last night was brilliant. There was a guy who was that posted that.
Nick Adams. Nick Adams.
Was that
Nick,
who it
the guy
was?
who's got
The
alpha
manly-
male. Has got
yeah.
alpha male in his Twitter profile.
He is so
Oh,
of
boy.
Trump's taint. It's disgusting.
Well,
He's the
he
one that
tweets-
said he turned down a professional baseball.
Scott, he said
contract.
Trump could have played any sport. He could have played professional
Yeah.
tennis. And then someone put that picture of tennis where his big old ass is hanging out, and you can see his panty line.
Or he's missing the baseball.
Yeah. Or he's going like, oh,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
baseball.
What about he said something like people that had turned away after that speech last night, man, they were reinvigorated.
changer.
It was a
Game
game
changer.
changer. They're back. He was over there over enunciating from Adderall. Obama. He did that twice.
Yeah.
Clinton.
Obama took very many documents, and so I looked in. So NARA, the National Document Register, whatever they call it, NARA is the acronym. But there's a place in Chicago where they keep their documents, and it's near Obama. He
It's
can
the
have
archives,
access
right?
for his library.
Uh-huh.
And they
National
keep
Archives and Records.
Obama
Administration.
took many documents. George Bush W. Everybody's taking documents. Yeah, no one took fucking nuclear secrets, asshole, or a list of CIA
To their
agents.
house.
Yeah, to their house. Fucking put in the
And when they were asked for them back, refused
They
to
gave
give
them back. Yes. So, Merrick Garland, I'm angry because I watched last night and I realized this guy, by announcing what has now happened, is Merrick Garland. It makes it harder to arrest him because people are now, and the world is going to see us as like a banana republic who arrested a political rival,
Which is what he wants.
And
His skill is muddying the water.
Which is probably why he announced it.
Yes.
Of course.
2
As fast
years
as possible.
early.
They said last night on the news. They said nobody in the history of America has announced their presidency 2 years in advance. Nobody. So Merrick Garland. Here's my question, and this bothers me out because I believe the DOJ is not doing their job. They're not doing their job. If you are any one of us, Reality Winner took one document,
Yeah.
5
years.
one document to talk about how the government was taking our information. She did 5 years in prison.
Yeah.
Edward Snowden had to leave the country, and all he was pointing out was, by the way, the government can watch you through the camera in your fucking computer, which they can.
Yeah.
he's gone. He can never come back to America.
Yeah.
This asshole, we have him on television telling people to go take down the Capitol. We have the people that he sent going. We have him backing up. We have testimony after
I
testimony.
just need 11,780
We
votes.
have, where he sat there and watched the Capitol and did nothing. His oath is to protect and serve the American people. He did not. Then we have that thing where he tried to get votes out of things. Then we have sending Lindsey Graham. We have this big organization. On top of that, then he took top secret national security documents, kept them at his fucking house, and then they had to raid his house to get him. And that guy, we don't know if we have enough evidence yet. Then you know what?
We also have him admitting on recording that he knew the January 6th rioters it was dangerous.
Yes.
That they had weapons.
Yeah.
And he let it happen.
And
We have a million things.
And Merrick Garland, the DOJ, won't do their fucking job. And I'm to the point now where I'm like, okay, you know what? Then I want to be able to use this as a precedent. So if anything I get busted for speeding track, I'm sorry, the president. No, no.
I'm running for president.
Yeah, I'm ready. Oh, yeah. So, I here's the paperwork. There you go. A lot
of people are coming out and saying today that there's been a lot of opinion pieces. Even Joy Behar on the whatever that show is, The View, are saying today, now it's time to indict Trump. Everybody's fed up. His longtime ally,
angry.
Billionaire GOP megadonor Ronald Lauder, I don't know why I said Lauder, Estee Lauder heir, said he will not back Trump's 2024 run. They've been friends since college and have been close for years. His spokesperson announced to the media that he's not having anything to do with funding this campaign.
Even his spokesperson?
A bunch of broadcast networks took a pass on the Trump campaign announcement. Even Fox cut it off halfway through a sentence.
Fox actually posted something on True Social. I saw a screenshot of it that basically said it's time for him to bow down. And his daughter and Ivanka and Jared issued a letter that said, we will not be participating in this run for president.
Well, I guess.
Well, they got $2 billion in the bank for the new business, and
they've already made their money.
Ivanka Trump came out and made a statement that while I love my father very much, I will not be joining him. I will not be involved in this campaign. I will not be part of politics. So his daughter bailed on him.
As she said, why? Why do you think she did this? By the way, she went off last night.
Well, to put it in one sentence, because she's no longer invited to the Met Gala, which is what matters.
Oh yeah,
their social life is over, which is what they really loved and cared about. So they're pariahs everywhere. She can't get a parking ticket anywhere. But
if she does, she can always run for president and get it
and be cleared.
Yeah.
Yes,
because the DOJ sucks. People keep telling me. So I wrote about 4 or 5 tweets last night about Merrick Garland being inept. You're inept. You're an abysmal failure. If after all this evidence, but we live in a country, and you keep saying it every speech. I will stand for the rule of law, even just on what they have now. Taxes and everything, they could have taken the guy down and at least had a trial.
The Trump org trial is going on right now. Alan Weisselberg has implicated him. Alan Weisselberg has just told a Manhattan jury that he is still on the Trump payroll and that Eric Trump will decide if he gets this year's $500,000 bonus that he would normally get. But that decision will only come after his testimony in the ongoing criminal tax fraud trial that he's the main witness in. He just told the jury that yesterday.
That's called extortion, is what that is.
He's been on paid leave, so they're paying him, and that will decide if you get that bonus after your testimony.
That's extortion. Let's go back to the DOJ. So here's what everybody said to me. Hey man, Merrick Garland's got 100% conviction rate. He's got 100% he dots his I's and he crosses his T's. Well, motherfucker, there's a point where it's too late to cross the T's. You know,
2 years.
Yeah, some guy's stalking a woman and you can't, and you have 3 or 4 different incidents, and we can't put a cop on him. Why? Because we don't have real evidence. It's still kind of shaky, and then that woman ends up dead. Oh, we got him now. That doesn't fucking matter. You do your job.
New York Times published an opinion piece that says America deserves better than Donald Trump.
We deserve better than Merrick Garland right now too.
All right, so maybe he's finally going to be gone. Can he just be out of our lives? I just
think Merrick Garland is so by the book, and he knows that for that case, it had better be.
It's unprecedented,
watertight. I mean, it can't. have any crack.
But what else is there? There's so many things.
You do understand though that I agree with you. I mean, this is unprecedented. They actually know that the trial. So here's what I read today. I read a big opinion piece in the Atlantic, and they said that the problem with this thing is if he doesn't do it, it's going to be to avoid violence. The problem is if they continue to let this fucker run and can do stuff. You let everybody else know that where our system is bullshit. There's no rule of law and it doesn't matter. Or you arrest him, and then the yahoos with who coal roll on fucking Teslas with their pickup trucks and their fucking Confederate flags, they go to the courthouse in Florida during the trial and they may start violence.
It's worse.
We have National Guard. We're good. We'll fucking surround that fucker. We're good.
On the world stage, it's worse now. If we arrest him, then they're going to go, okay, good. You got him. You got this guy.
It's not like everybody saw this guy be a really benevolent leader and, again, competent. The whole world saw this guy fuck everything up. It's not like people are going to go, whoa, you guys, whoa. What are you guys, Paraguay?
Be shocked?
What's going on? Yeah.
Blackstone founder Steven Schwartzman has now come out and said that they will not support his campaign. He's the second high-level Trump donor to disavow him in the last 2 weeks. These are like Blackstone guy. I mean, these are the people that
run the world.
And made it possible for him to run, considering that he's broke ass. Schwartzman said, "It is time for the Republican Party to turn to a new generation of leaders, and I intend to support one of them in the presidential primary." So he didn't just say, "I'm not."
Boebert and Green.
I'm not. Shit.
That's a good DeSantis.
Oh,
yeah, of course. Everybody's saying it's going to be DeSantis, which is like, but there's no reason. DeSantis hasn't even really done enough for them to. It's just the new flash and trash thing, right?
But that's the difference between like Democrats and Republicans. Democrats are like, so here's the pain in the ass about Democrats. Democrats don't just go, that guy. They're like, hold on, let's see if he's qualified. Okay,
right.
Citadel's billionaire founder Ken Griffin revealed that he's also dropping support and instead endorsing Ron DeSantis. And they said, he's not running yet? And he said, well, that bridge will be crossed. Says the
DeSantis in the last debate he was on with Chris fucked it up. And here's the other thing. The rest of the country, most of the elections were within 2 or 3 points. DeSantis won by 19 points. DeSantis was the only state that would not let the election observers come in and see it. And he won by 19 points. I'm sorry. None of the polls had DeSantis up by 19
Rick
points.
Wilson said, Lincoln Project said he was surprised he didn't win by 40 points. He said the Republican money machine in Florida is the greatest and strongest and most foolproof of anywhere in the country. And he said, no, it will never turn blue. It is so red, the money there. There's so much money there.
Once Obama, who was obviously by his second term a good guy, I mean, by his 2 years in, you were like, oh, this guy's competent, knows what he's doing, does the right thing when he's supposed to do it. Well, I don't care what you think, Republican or Democrat, the guy did his fucking job. He got handed a shit sandwich and he made shrimp salad. That's what I always say. He got handed a 12% unemployment rate, turned it around, came out at 4.8, changed minority. He's a good guy. Even when you saw him campaigning this time, you were like, oh, right. Yeah. Oh, wasn't it like having your favorite food that you hadn't had in years? You were like,
Biden?
Obama. When Obama.
God, yeah.
I missed that food.
Yeah. Oh, man. Now I forgot. You still have mac and cheese.
I forgot what it was like to have a president be such a great and powerful and moving speaker, and to speak at all, considering how Trump was for 4 years. How we went from that to Trump
racism. Total backlash.
Shocking.
It was backlash. People were like, it wasn't even that. It was backlash in a weird way because Obama was competent and did his job, and that pissed people off more. If Obama had fucked it up, I don't think we would have ended up with Trump. I think we would have ended up with a Republican, but I don't think it would have been Trump. They would have got someone. They would have got somebody who. Yeah. Well, they could have got Mitt Romney or somebody who seemed like studious. If Obama had come in and messed it up, they'd have been happy. But because Obama was so competent,
you went limp.
Excuse me, I'm getting older. I tried. But because Obama...
nothing will change. It's not changed. It'll never change.
Because Obama came in...
never change.
Stop! Because don't do that again.
No!
Because Obama...
If you're just listening...
I'll see myself
refer to the video.
Because Obama came in and was so competent, they had to go with the crazy guy because we don't want anybody who's like this. Let's get the wild guy. He'll make it happen.
It was such a counter to it. Yeah,
and I think Obama would, he didn't, by the way, be clear, he didn't lose, and Trump lost by 3 million votes to Hillary.
Trump has lost 3 times now, 3 different, actually 4, because he lost his first midterms a lot. That's right.
He lost 40, he lost 40 seats.
The presidential, and then
in the 90s. He ran in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. Well, he also ran in 2012 and then said, bomb the fuck out of him, and everyone laughed, and then he pulled out. He's been trying for a long time. I was going to say something I forgot, so I'm just going to go right to this. This episode brought to you by one of our all-time favorite OG companies, Harry's. Actually, when they just did an ad buy for next year, my response was, we are their biggest fans. We love Harry's so much. I love doing Harry's ads at this time because now it's almost Christmas, which I can't believe it's come so quickly. And this is the coolest, best gift ever to give for Christmas. And it costs you almost nothing, which is shocking when you see the quality
that they keep doing
and how good it is. Yep. We and my niece and her husband are Marines. I can say that, she's married now. And they, in his Easter basket, I gave him Harry's stuff. I got him the starter set and all the body wash and stuff. And she said he's addicted.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is for them being on a military budget that he can afford this.
Yep.
Like they go to Target and get stuff because I think like that body wash for that giant bottle is $7.
I go to Target and get stuff.
You came home the other night so happy. You told me. And then later you go, I don't know if you heard me, but Target is having buy one, get one half off.
No, it was a CVS. I went to CVS and I always go check it because for a while the hair paste was gone. And look at that.
Hey, group text. We need group text in the announcements for Target. God damn it.
It's true.
Okay, for hair paste, you don't get in on the group text.
Okay.
You're not on the hair paste group text.
Groucho is.
But also I got the, Groucho wears it on his nose. They had Harry's hair paste. And then the second one was 50% off.
He was so excited. Groucho has been wearing Harry's hair paste on his snout hairs, and
to get them to lift.
No, I'm trying to get him to lay down. He smells very good too. He smells like Dad. I
just got my son the I gave him we went to the store and he's gonna get for job interviews and I gave him, I said, here, I got him a Harry's kit. I make here.
Did you get the set?
I went and I bought it. I bought the set with the thing at the store. Yeah.
Good. I was gonna say that's somebody that would love this, and we could have given it to him for Christmas. What are you doing?
We'll keep it up. We'll give him more stuff. Okay. I didn't give him body wash or anything, and for God's sakes, he's 18. He needs body wash.
A lot of body wash. That's all we used to give him in his stocking when he was 10, 11, 12, right around the time.
Yeah, I wrote that bit. Yeah.
Born with a Defect.
Born with a Defect.
Out.
What's that smell?
What's that smell?
Oh, you have a 12-year-old.
Yes. When I go in and hug them all, I love you so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
my love went down a little.
Good. So the shave is like nothing you will ever experience. The first time I used it, I was actually mad that I didn't try it earlier. I use Harry's. I don't use Sherry's. I've never tried Sherry's. They're a female company. I love this product so much. So the starter set starts at $3, and the refill blades are as low as $2 each, and that's insane if you've ever bought things and that comes straight to your door, so you don't have to go anywhere and pay a lot of money for
or
these.
Have the guy at CVS unlock the razors.
Oh my gosh. So they're still offering a no-risk trial, which I love because they know how good their shit is. Don't like the shave, don't worry. It's on them. Send it back. They'll give you your money back.
That's a sketch we can do.
It'll never happen.
Go ahead.
So no matter how busy things get during the season, you can stay fresh with Harry's. Get your Harry's starter set today. You also get a free travel size body wash. In the starter set, you get 5-blade razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and the travel cover. That's a $16 value for just $3.
What? To
get this and the free travel size body wash, you go to harrys.com/bombshell. That's harrys.com/BOMBSHELL. $3 for all of that stuff.
You can't get like
That gift is insane.
airport single razors for $3. Come on.
No.
So, but also always order a couple extras
Yeah.
because they're great for like when you on Christmas morning when people have their stockings out, you just slide one under the stocking.
Yeah.
It's right there. So you have buy like 5 of them. It gets $15 and you get 5 of them. That's 5 gifts you can pop out to people.
Yeah.
I always wrap one. We always wrap 1 or 2 and have them at the house. So
Yep.
when someone shows up, someone always shows up. Oh, we got you this.
You don't
Why,
even
it's like,
have
another
to.
razor? Jesus Christ, Dad.
You don't have to wrap them. Their holiday boxes are
The
going to
boxes
be
are really
coming
cool.
out soon. But
Yeah.
even the real regular box, you just put
Super
ribbon on
clean.
it. But the holiday boxes are awesome. And usually I get the Winston set with the metal razor from my dad and
Right.
my stepdad. I love this.
Did you give them the Harry's?
Harrys.com/bombshell and go and check out all their other products because
I use
it's-
all the
it's the
my
shit.
whole shower has all the I have body wash. I have their I use their shampoo. I use their hair paste. I don't use anything but
The body wash, you guys can't see it, but it's like this tall
Yep.
and that big around. It's $7.49.
I have
16 ounces
for one of our sketch shows. Guys, we're asking, do you want us to do another sketch show
for New Year's.
for New Year's? We're thinking of pre-taping a bunch of sketches. I just had a great idea for a sketch, a heist movie like Ocean's 11.
Mhm.
With us, except the heist is we just go to steal razors from Walgreens. we have to get them. We have to do all the planning of it and stuff. To treat it just like one of those movies.
Okay, I just put it in. We got to
good.
do Unhappy Trees too.
Unhappy trees too. Yeah.
So I want to do it. He's not sure. So
I'll
let
do
us
it.
know if you guys
Yeah, let us
wanna
know what you
see
think.
it
We'd like
for
to
New
do it.
Year's because we'll be off.
Do like an hour-and-a-half show. We'll have an hour-and-a-half show. We'll pre-shoot the sketches. Give you guys
Before
a
you
sketch
guys
show for
answer,
New
you
Year's.
need to know that this is what makes me really happy.
Yeah, it makes you really happy, and it makes me and Ken work really hard. But we enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't do shit. I don't do shit.
We could do some another blues thing too.
I
Oh, yeah.
fell straight full speed on my back on a concrete floor in marinara sauce. That's how committed I was.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
that was awesome.
Then
Yeah,
I fell
that
down
was
the
a highlight.
stairs.
You were hurt for a while. Then
same day.
That was the same thing. You were
and
out.
then lied about it.
Then
You
lied about it
Except-
because you guys were so freaked out and I had already fallen. I had these shoes that were leather on the bottom and I hadn't had the rubber put on them and they were so slick. And you guys came down and I stood up like really fast from the stairs.
I go, you
Boom,
okay?
boom,
Yeah,
boom, boom.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
And then you said, then why is your flip-flop hanging
Upside
off
down.
of the
It's
wall?
like across your face. And
Yeah, exactly. It looked like someone had punched you.
The stairs have metal mesh over them because it's a soundstage, and the flip flop had hooked onto.
She kicked it off to it. It hooked onto the wall.
Oh, those are
And
good
you tried
times.
to play, I'm good. I'm
Those were
fine.
good
No, you're not.
times.
It was also like a 15-hour day.
It was
at the end of
a
that.
very long day.
We
And
still have that video. We got to put that up again. That's awesome.
We have the full video of my fall. We never put it up, did we? We never used it. We've
It's
talked
the
about it.
I've never
We've
seen
shown it.
You've shown it about 500
It is
times.
I know, but
It
I
is
mean,
the longest pratfall I've ever seen in my life. It is the most insane.
Oh no!
Then I'm going to
Still
grab
falling.
the mic stand that's not bolted anything for safety.
The mic stand goes
and then
straight up in the air.
Bam! I was like,
the credits are rolling and you're still falling.
I was like, Buster Keaton was like, that's wow.
And you said, you come running, babe, oh my God, are you okay? And I say, we got it on camera, right?
Your bone is sticking out of your hip.
Yeah, I know I've already fallen. Whatever happened. I just wanted to make sure we were going to get funny out of it. They did a fact check. CNN did a fact check of his speech
On Trump's
last
speech. Yeah,
night.
let's do that.
We don't have to, okay.
Just go through it.
Afghan withdrawal. He said $85 billion worth of finest military equipment anywhere in the world were left. The actual Defense Department estimate is $7 billion. Largely was given to Afghan forces between 05 and 21, and a lot of the equipment left behind was rendered inoperable.
Yeah, we
before they
broke it
withdrew.
before we left, and the stuff, and it was also beat to shit because we fought it, and it was over there for years.
They've tried to
for 20
find
years.
where he came up with 85, because sometimes he hear and they can't figure it out. He said he filled up the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, but now Biden has virtually drained it. Both claims are false.
Yep.
This is how they said it. He didn't fill up the reserve, and the reserve is not drained.
400 million barrels still in it.
It actually contained fewer barrels of crude when he left office in early 2021 than when he took office in 2017. That's not all because of him. The law requires some mandatory sales from the reserve for budget reasons. So
So he lied about that's 2 out of 2.
Yep. He said tariffs on China. No president had ever sought or received $1 for our country from China until I came along.
Tariffs. He doesn't know how tariffs. How do you not know how tariffs work? China doesn't pay for the tariffs.
In reality, the U.S. has had tariffs on China for more than 2 centuries.
Wow. How wrong? How wrong can you be? 2 centuries?
Factcheck.org reported in 2019 that the U.S. generated an average of $12.3 billion in custom duties each year from 2007 to 2016.
Problem is that the companies in America pay those custom duties. That's the problem. When he says that China paid, no, China did not pay.
Actually, it says American importers, not Chinese exporters, pay the actual tariff payments.
Yeah, I'm a comedian, an uneducated comedian who barely graduated, and I know more how economics work. It says
study after study, we keep publishing these, during Trump's presidency, found that Americans were bearing the cost of the tariffs. But
let me see.
He just keeps repeating.
But how the fuck are you off 2 centuries? Dude, you were off 2 centuries. You were wrong.
Is he
by
just like
2 centuries?
Like listing, like where's he getting these things? Like where's he making them up? Has he have a staff of writers?
You have to understand, the people that see him, the people that follow him, they see a guy who says he's a billionaire. People say he's rich. He has that place. And by the way, all he's doing is living off borrowed money. That's all he does. Yeah. He borrows money. He doesn't have any money of his own. He's bankrupt casinos, but they see this guy, and whatever he says, they buy it. They don't even question it.
But he's being creative and like inventing
creative
things.
Is that okay?
He's improv. He's literally the worst improv troupe ever. With
fascist improv.
Yeah.
He said that unnamed people are not talking about the threat of nuclear weapons because they're obsessed with environmental issues that won't affect us for another 300 years.
3 years. Oh.
They said the ocean. Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, that was me. That was bad.
Is it important?
No, it's not. It was, but it's not going to mess the podcast up. I may have some news for you guys in a minute.
No, don't say anything. Don't curse it. Even if you ignore the absurd contention that people aren't worried about nuclear threats because of the environment, sea levels are expected to rise. I don't even know if we have to say this. Much faster than that.
Yep.
The National Ocean Service has said that sea level along the U.S. coastline is projected to rise 10 to 12 inches
in the next
on
30
average
years.
In the next 30 years.
Guys, that's a foot. Now, I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but if you think about, especially Florida, which is really flat, Miami's you're gonna need boats. It's gonna be Venice.
We need a more drastic way to say that. We can't say it in inches.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
It's gonna rise to tsunami in your face like levels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your house right now will be in water, but
extinction level.
But he said it was gonna rise 1 millimeter in 300 years. Again, you're off. More, and on the fourth answer, you're off by another century. You added another you're off not by 2 centuries, you're off by 3 centuries in the third one.
Okay, here's this one you talked about. He said Obama took a lot of things with him. This is false. As
Integrity.
NARA pointed out in August when Trump previously made this claim. NARA explained in a public statement that it had itself taken these records to a NARA-managed facility in the Chicago area, which is near Obama's presidential library where it's being built. It said that, as per federal law, former President Obama has no control over where and how NARA stores the presidential records of his administration.
We're 6-7 years away past
this
Obama, right? From the Obama time.
Yep.
And with all that hindsight now, you can still think back to Obama and you think back with feels better. It feels better than the Trump era.
I remember when Obama took over, because that November when Bush lost, it was so weird how all of a sudden $800 billion disappeared after Bush lost. That was the beginning of the financial collapse, the housing collapse. Yeah. And I remember it because we were living up at Beverly Ridge. And I remember, oh shit, everything's coming apart. And then General Motors was going under. They said General Motors is going to file for bankruptcy. Yep. Chrysler's filing for bankruptcy. And I remember thinking, oh shit, because everybody has been predicting since I was a kid, the great financial collapse of 1990, the great financial collapse of 1994. All these books keep coming out and and it hasn't happened. Obama came in. He did the quantitative easing. He took care of it. He did it 4 times. Saved General Motors. Saved Chrysler. By the way, General Motors paid their money back. I think they're off. I think they're off a little bit by $1 billion or whatever. But it was like $35 billion we gave them, and it saved them. He turned it around at the end of Obama's term. We went from 11% unemployment at the beginning and 17.8% minority unemployment to 8.8% minority unemployment, somewhere around there. It was only 9 points. He dropped it, which is crazy. And then we had 4.6% unemployment when Obama left. That's doing your fucking job. He took out Gaddafi without actually putting boots on the ground.
Well, those people took out.
Yeah, well, he made it so those people could take out Gaddafi with a box cutter up his ass.
Puppet. They made him a dictator puppet.
I'm operating it with a knife.
Yeah. This episode also brought to you by another company that we love that is excellent for this season as well, ButcherBox. It takes the guesswork out of a lot of this if you don't like going out in public like me, or finding high quality meat. It's like you don't want to pay Whole Foods prices, and it's just a pain in the ass. All of their stuff is such high quality. Yep. There's such a taste difference, and the availability is stupid. There are so many things on their website now.
Everything you cook from ButcherBox, it never has that. Like sometimes you go to get processed at a normal market, you get like you get whatever it is. It always tastes a little bit.
Yeah, it tastes like it's gray. It tastes like
there's a little glurg in it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But ButcherBox does not. But ButcherBox never does. Again, it's look food. You take a bite, you go, huh? Mm-hmm. I always look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a night and day difference. And also, there's Black Friday deals going on, and ButcherBox has the best deals anywhere. They're always doing cool stuff, but you need to act on the deal because it does go away pretty quickly. This is their Black Friday deal. We'll talk about ButcherBox, but let me just tell you the deal really quick. This is a Black Friday deal. ButcherBox is offering our listeners one of their best steak deals that they do year round. You get 2 10-ounce ribeyes for free in every box for a whole year when you join, plus an additional $10 off. I got to get my dad on this one. You get 100% grass-fed beef, free-range organic chicken, pork raised crate-free, and wild-caught seafood. It's humanely raised. There's no antibiotics or added hormones. It's free shipping in the continental U.S. It comes to your door. You don't have to leave your house or pay for gas.
It was fun. We got our crates. I will tell you this. You also get to go on the website if you want to, because there's some stuff I don't like to eat, and meat-wise. And you can go on the website and you can pick what you want and what you don't want. That's what I like about it.
You got to go look at their website because they keep changing it, updating it. Like they now have breaded chicken strips already ready for you. They have gluten-free chicken nuggets. They have a charcuterie variety pack, which is we need before Christmas parties and stuff like that.
That saves time.
They've got a lobster bundle right now. It's like they have everything.
Lobster bundle?
Yeah. The lobster bundle is wild-caught lobster, and an 8-ounce pack of cold cracked lobster claw and knuckle meat, and 2 5 to 6 ounce lobster tails. It's so stupid. So it's like, so what I do is I do my own box. So they have boxes already selected for you, or you can choose curated box and you can choose, beef, pork and chicken or whatever. And then it opens up this never ending menu of the coolest stuff. And you can try different cuts of meat. You can take all of the guesswork out of cooking.
With all our advertisers, may I say, tell them how to get it.
So that deal, again, that you're getting is 2 10-ounce ribeyes for free in every box you get for a whole year when you join, plus an additional $10 off. Sign up today at butcherbox.com/Titus and use the promo code Titus. That's free ribeyes for an entire year plus $10 off at butcherbox.com/Titus with promo code Titus.
The one thing about all our advertisers is as we go through them, I never get stressed because we never get complaints.
We don't have to lie.
Yeah,
we never get we never see them on the website where it's like, what the fuck you about this? It's never. It's always. I love that we have. It makes it easier to have good companies.
Some people will be like, your ads are so long, but goddamn, that's good.
Yeah,
you're right.
Well, because we start telling story. Not this week, but next week. I've already gone into it. When is it?
This is ButcherBox. It used to not be as many like when they first started, but look, you just keep scrolling and you're picking all these different cuts. They have salmon burgers right now.
I'm already starving.
We've sold it. Yeah,
so apple chicken sausage. They got it all. You guys got to go check it out. Great for the holiday season.
But especially for the holiday season, if you're gonna have family over, you can figure out, okay, I'll put this much stuff for breakfast. We're gonna do apple sausage for breakfast. Then dinner, we're gonna have this. You could actually build the entire week when family comes over, or the entire 3 days, or the 3 days they're supposed to be there a week, and then you can see
Cap it at 3 days.
what you're gonna eat. What you're
That's
gonna
the thing.
eat.
They've got
after you
bacon
kick
and
them out.
breakfast sausage. So you got breakfast stuff.
Right.
Then you got
Yep.
salmon burger stuff for lunch. You've got
All right.
I know. I'm just saying. butcherbox.com/Titus, promo code Titus.
She loves it because he just goes out.
I love all these.
She just
things.
go out to our old person freezer and opens it up and go, I'm gonna do this, and then we're cooking this, and again we got food for tonight.
You're welcome.
What are we talking about now?
Oh well, we could keep doing that fact check, but it's exhausting.
It doesn't.
There's
Listen,
there's
anybody.
none. There's zero. Let's just say
If
none.
2 out of the 5 we checked were off by 200 and 300 years, I think we don't need to go any further.
Here's the thing
I don't
that
think he
pisses
picked it up on the back end.
He made all the old claims too, and then he made up some new ones. But he said that unlike Obama's administration, he had convinced countries like Guatemala and Honduras to take back their gang members. Of course, he brought up MS-13 because that's one of his things.
Oh,
The
this is
worst
one of his
gangs are
favorites,
MS-13, and tell me what you notice about this sentence. And under the Barack Hussein Obama administration, they were unable to take them out. He has to say Hussein when he's talking about deportations and immigration.
This came out a long time ago when Obama was president. He was getting ready to run for a second term. Actually, they did it for his first term too. They did focus groups, and you got to remember that was the time when we'd had 9/11 and we took out Saddam Hussein. They found out that the Republican talking points, if they said Hussein, it actually would turn a certain percent of people away.
And also, he's a racist.
Yeah, totally, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not even just racist. Racist against black guy and racist against another religion. Because he used the word Hussein.
So there's always like a
and it's not true when he
True.
says it.
like behind the Trump and I don't know whoever, like I'm thinking like Karl Rove or these. There's always these little like these campaign managers that are the ones like creatively writing and creating like these talking points and running the focus groups. I'm like, okay, this is what's going to trigger everybody. So say, let's put these words together.
But this is what bothers me the most. This is why I'm a Democrat now, because I like, at least I see the Democrat going, all right, like Ossoff does that bill about lynching. We should get rid of people who lynch black people. We should find them and they should be punished. Mm-hmm. And they go, we want to get health care for everybody because it works worldwide. It works in Finland, works in Sweden. I went through the top 10 places to live in the world. It's all places that have health care. Yep. Canada's third. Canada, it's right there. It's right there.
We can see it.
Yeah.
Sarah Palin can see it.
So they have all this, and here's what I'm saying. So they spent all this energy and all this fucking time coming up with ways not to help people,
right,
but to piss them off and get them mad at the other side, socialism.
Right.
Motherfucker, did you drive here on a street? Because that's socialism. Are you
expecting Social Security?
Yeah, did you turn the water on at your house and the water went on? Mm-hmm. That's socialism. Oh, by the way, during the pandemic, during the pandemic, did you get a check when we were all locked down? That's socialism.
What and the mail that it came with
mail.
Socialism.
What are you talking about?
He also said that he finished the border wall. Here's the quote. We built the wall and now we will add to it. Now we built the wall. We completed the wall. And then we said, let's do more. And we did a lot more. And we did a lot more. These are all in order. So what? And as we were doing it, he said they completed it. And then we said, let's do more. We did a lot more. And we did a lot more.
He completed it, but let's do more.
Yeah, let's do more.
Yes, yes. And as we were doing it, we had an election that came up. And when they came in, they had 3 more weeks to complete the additions to the wall, which would have been great. And then they said, no, we're not going to do that.
He talks like an infant. Like he's talking
you completed it.
It's like a kid who got busted. More. It's got like a kid who got busted for not doing his homework all the time. There's
at least 280 miles of border that no wall has been built on.
They didn't. No. They only built. They built less than 400 miles or something.
458.
Crazy. Yeah, sorry.
But,
see, wow. Wow.
But there were already a lot of structures in place that they ended up connecting
just
that don't
spackle.
match.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just.
Well, but we all know. Look. When you've got the biggest donors on the Republican side, not just not donating, but issuing statements that we are not going to donate. And his own daughter Someone said something really funny. Go, well, of course he's not going to let his daughter be part of his campaign. She's 40 now. He doesn't like any women over 40.
He said about Biden's mental acuity, there are a lot of bad things, like going to Idaho and saying, welcome to the state of Florida. I really love it. This never happened. Biden, like Trump, makes occasional gaffes in referring to places, but this is actually completely made up. At a rally earlier this month, Trump claimed Biden had gone to Iowa and wrongly claimed to be in Idaho. That was also false. It was a satirical website that said that in 2020.
By the way, Mad Magazine says this publication, The Onion, has told me that Biden has made many mistakes.
He tells people that he is the one that sends in the National Guard, that Democratic leaders block it and refuse to. And he said, so I had to send in the National Guard in Minneapolis and other places. This is false. It was actually the Democratic, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz that deployed the Minnesota National Guard amid the unrest following George Floyd's murder. Walz served in the Army National Guard for more than 2 decades. He activated the Guard more than 7 hours before Trump publicly threatened to do so.
So far, he's literally 8 for 8 wrong.
Oh, it goes on and on.
I know, but I'm just saying that. Like,
did he say anything that was true? That's really the list.
She's going down the list.
Just
no, I don't. I mean, I'm running for president in 2024.
That one.
Did you get a feeling? So Carrie Lake and some of these, Mastriano, by the way, weirdly enough, here's how fucked up things are. Mastriano comes out after he gets his ass handed to him. What was he running? Was it Georgia, Pennsylvania, or was Mastriano running for governor?
Mastriano was against Shapiro in Pennsylvania.
Okay, so Pennsylvania. He loses, and he goes, I'm going to concede, and I want you to know I'm going to do everything I can to help the governor. And I was like, and it's so, here's how, that was just normal shit growing up. That was just normal, right? Mm-hmm. I am so freaked out now by everybody claiming like election fraud and stuff after they've counted it 4 times that when he did it, I was like, oh, thank God. And you shouldn't be, oh, thank God, over something that should normally fucking happen every time.
Yeah.
Carrie Lake is already saying that. She said, the people of Arizona know bullshit when they see it. Yeah, they voted it out.
Exactly. Exactly.
They know bullshit when they see it. They got rid of it.
Right. This is what you're talking about before, the drifting into authoritarianism.
Right.
Because all the rubes are being fed bullshit. And you also, years and years into it.
You go back to 84, 85 when Reagan started cutting back our education budgets for state schools, and he started cutting back public education, and that's continued under Republican leadership. What ends up happening is you have this population. You have a populace that's so fucking stupid that it'll buy anything. Well, he's the leader. He should tell me. He told me, and that's what happened. Yeah. No, what if your leader was lying to you?
Yeah.
You know, and so that's what we have. And that's the other thing. We have the internet, which is so easy to fact check. Yeah, man, it's all fake. Some guy said, what did he hit me up the other day? And it was so easy to fix. It was so easy to just send it to him. He said something to the effect of, it was just something, some stupid fact. Like,
the border wall is complete.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Okay.
And then you just go, and you just fucking, you go, 3 seconds. You go pictures of unfinished border wall, and
there's
then
a lot of those.
And then you just go, and then you go, and then there's a Mexican dude running around one section that's just set up, and you send that as a GIF. Border wall's finished, and then the guy. And what happens is they never say, "Wow, I'm wrong." You know what I do on Twitter now? And you can see it the last couple of weeks. I've said some stupid shit. Today I got something wrong, totally wrong. Went after a guy, and someone goes, "Hey, Titus, you should delete this. That guy was on your side." And I read it again.
Yeah, you do that.
I read it on the context. I'm sorry, guys, when I do that. I'm so fired. I've been so fired up for the election. And so I go, oh, I'm an idiot. Sorry. And then people love retweeting that. But people like to see you when you acknowledge your mistakes, and these people do not acknowledge their mistakes. I've never seen it. I've never gone, I was wrong. So when Mastriano steps up and goes, you know what, I concede. And there was a couple other guys. Oh, you know who didn't? You know, the guy, the Secretary of State in Arizona, the cowboy that came out and said before the election, I'm going to make sure that you know, if we, whoever we want to win, be president is going to be president. He came out and he said, he goes, he's going to fight it. He got his ass handed to him. I really got to say, there were certain people on the Republican side this last election that saw what was going on, and they voted for country instead of party, and that's why a lot of this went down the way it did. There's still psychos that voted no matter what. And again, I want to say this: they're not voting for what's best for the country. They're voting against the other party. They're not voting for what's good for you.
However, though, if Trump announces that he's running. So a donor drops out. Fox is abandoning him. Some of those things that got him in office before are gone. His fucking daughter. He just needs the votes. And if he has enough fame and bullshit that these fucking MAGA people still...
No, it's not even... It's the media. Why the fuck... She keeps saying this. She's in the bathroom getting ready and I got the TV on and all I hear is, why are you covering him? I hear from the bathroom. Why are you even giving him 5 minutes of time? What are you doing?
Yeah. If they're done with him, then be done.
But all the people at the news networks have done research and they've found out that when he's on, people pay attention because not only do people that like him watch, people that fucking hate him watch.
All right, so we should stop.
Because we as comedians in the podcast, we want to see how fucking stupid he is. That's why I watch Herschel Walker. This thing on Herschel Walker today, I was like, I don't want to be a Dracula no more. I want to be a werewolf.
Good Lord.
When's the last time?
And he's neck and neck.
When's the last time you heard like Warnock say, pick which monster he wants to be?
I just can't. God bless him.
Guys, you got to watch Herschel Walker scary movie, Want to Be a Werewolf. It's the longest and it goes nowhere.
This episode also brought to you by Solo Stove, another company that's great for this season. It's actually been cold and windy in Los Angeles and I'm loving it. We have the Solo Stove fire pit, which we love. I think the thing that I was most blown away by when we just used it for our birthday party is that everyone sat around it. I don't think Mahogany ever moved.
Once it was all lit and going, she was like, I'm
staying. And so I didn't see her a lot of the night because she stayed right by it. Nobody smelled like smoke. It was the weirdest
the smoke
thing.
came out of it, and at the end of it was just white ash in the bottom. It wasn't like the fireplace up at the cabin where there's chunks and stuff. It was done and the way it's double walled, and so like it wasn't like you bump into it. You could touch it. You could touch it.
Stainless steel.
It was
regulates airflow.
I was really fall on it drunk.
And not only that, but
how was it to build the fire?
Like that. That's what I like. We have now. So at the cabin, I have a torch at the cabin for our indoor fireplace. So I have a torch that I like. It's like a
he uses a flamethrower.
Yes, and then it's got a big canister on it. And I'm like, because I'm tired of lighting matches. Let's pray. I'm like until that freaking pine cone is blazing.
You don't just want to use a little switchy.
It takes me a minute. We've done that for a while.
No,
we've tried that.
The wood is cold. We use a flamethrower.
No.
Yes.
Well, because it takes a long time. So, but the Solo Stove, I put in. I wadded up some like 4 pieces of paper in the bottom. I had the wood on top of it.
You just need a couple pieces.
We lit
of starter.
those, and because of the way the air flows, it feeds it. And it was crazy how well it worked. I was really, I was stunned and excited how well it worked. Again, another great product from the Titus podcast. You're welcome.
They now have, I just went on their website because we want to have one at the cabin too on the deck. And they have fire pits, but they also now have pizza ovens that are outside, which we need to get for our backyard here. So it's the thing about their products that's so cool too, is that they're portable. So we can take that Solo Stove. If we wanted, we could put it in the truck and take it to Mahogany's house for Saturday night. It's got a cover. It's light. It's it's portable. But they now have pizza ovens.
That was very tempting.
I'm stuck on pizza oven.
Cool.
I'm really stuck on pizza oven.
They now have patio heaters, which we need one of. Camp stoves, so you get a smaller one to travel with. Yes, pizza ovens. Let me show you what it looks like. And they've got
need a heater for outside.
The starter kits and stuff too. But look at that. So you're getting the fire.
Dang.
Wow. And it's wood-fired pizza oven.
Yeah, well, that's what good pizza ovens are.
Awesome.
I think we should get this, actually. This
Quick
is
mix.
Good Christmas. They've got a bunch of really cool stuff on there as well to go with the pizza oven, like the Neapolitan Artisan Pizza Box. So anyway, go check out their website. It's solostove.com. Right now, they're doing a bunch of deals. They have a fall event going on, and they've got holiday deals. If you use promo code Titus at solostove.com, you get an extra $10 off all of those insane deals that they're doing right now. Solostove.com, promo code Titus for $10 off on top of the fall event holiday deals. So choppity chop.
It's also great fire out in the backyard with a bunch of friends. It's primal.
Yeah.
You got to hurry up because these deals end.
Yep.
But go check it out, solostove.com. But I think that would be a great gift for the guy that has everything. They've got,
I was just thinking,
they've even got the cast iron grill toppers, and they got all kinds of stuff for the grill.
I was thinking, I want to start making, except pizza's fattening. I love pizza so
cheat
much.
Night.
But
Just use it on cheat
I
night.
do have cheat night, but we will go to a place. But I'm thinking of maybe I would make pizza. I'd love to learn to make pizza.
Do you know who did that for us one time? Bobby Slayton.
Yep, Slayton made pizza. At his
we
house.
went to his house before his wife passed away. They lived right down the street from us, and Bobby in the world is fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah.
And he is this kindest, sweetest guy ever.
Yep.
And I have
You're
forever
ruining
have
it.
a Bobby Slayton story when I first started comedy that I will love him and defend him against any shit talk forever.
He'd be mad about you talking nice about him. He'd be like,
Yeah,
hey, what are you fucking
totally,
doing? Hey,
yeah.
stop.
You're ruining
But-
it. What are you doing?
He made us different kinds of pizza, and he used a pizza oven outside. And I'll never forget one of them. He put pistachios on, arugula and pistachios, and it was
Gourmet.
stupid.
Yeah.
Yes, and so
He's a good dude. He used to yell down the street when I had that black Corvette. Hey, Batman!
Yeah,
He
you
just
hear him
fucking
down the
scream.
street. Solostove.com. Go check it out.
Man, homemade pizza is just the shit.
Yeah.
It is the shit.
Hey, here's the good news about what happened this weekend, and good news, bad news. And I don't know. I heard of. I want. Listen, I want a strong Republican Party too that we can all trust. That maybe we may not agree with all the time, but at least they're doing the right. They're doing the work of Americans for Americans. That's what we don't have right now. But here's what's going to happen now. So let's say the Republicans get the House by 3 or 4 seats. Well, McCarthy, who's been so thirsty for this seat, so to be speaker.
Thirsty is the right
Thirsty as shit. He's now going to be handed a bunch of people. You have to get 218 votes to become the Speaker of the House.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're going to have like 220. So all it's going to take is 3 guys to fucking, he's done. Or 4, it's done. And so he's going to have to kiss everybody's ass, going to have to put his ass against the wall to get what he wants. And he's going to have to deal with everybody, all these psychos in the Republican Party. So be careful what you wish for. I thought that this morning.
I don't know if he's up for that.
Yeah, no, I don't. I thought he thought he was going to come in like a badass and just, I'm a king and I'm running shit.
He's a little bit of like a floundery kind of wishy-washy guy.
He keeps talking about crime and stuff. Bakersfield's in the top 10 crime cities in the country.
Of course he's talking about crime because he's got one of the worst ones.
Yeah.
It's always,
you know where I am, it's crime. You know the place I'm in charge of? Crime like crazy, these damn Democrats. Whoa. You just said that it's you. So that's happening. And what's also kind of I hate to be thinking politically. I wish we just had a group of people that listen. We're going to make sure we figure out healthcare. If the rest of the world can do it, we can do it. If we can actually figure out how we don't have the homeless problem, if we figured out how to spend maybe a little less money on defense and a little more money on the homeless problem and mental health in this country, we could probably fix it. That's what we pay taxes for. People get so mad and I'm like, motherfucker, they already have your money.
Yeah.
They're taking it out of your check every day. What are you talking about? That's your money. You should be pissed off. You should be angry they're not fixing it. Yeah, we're spending all this money. It's your money for you.
Yeah, on what? On what?
Yeah. They're supposed to spend it on you. That's what I got older and I started paying a lot more taxes. I'm like, hey, you know what? That's a pothole. I've paid for that fucking. I started getting like that. I became an old man at one point when I was like 35 and started making money. Hey, pothole! God damn it! I pay for these streets.
And also with drug companies in other countries, you can get the same exact insulin or whatever.
But they don't have it was so great to be in Scotland. People were very pragmatic, man, and they're very pragmatic about problems. It was like in America we see a problem and then there's 15 other reasons they actually spin it. They spin it. In Scotland they were like, it's a problem. You just fix it. You can make sure everyone's got access to healthcare. We have happier lives. You live longer.
Yeah,
you make more. You make more money. You pay more taxes in your life, and the government does better. Why? Yeah, we have cameras on the streets, so you can't speed. You have to actually go the speed limit, or else they actually take a picture of your license plate, and then what happens?
And then you run for president.
Yeah,
And then
but
this all makes sense.
That's what I got in England. Was it all makes sense? Yeah, they pay 52% tax. I'm sorry, we pay 36, and then California has 13 on top of that.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
Right.
So I don't understand why people continue to vote for a group of people that don't help them and don't use the money that they take from you for you.
Yeah.
You know, I don't get that. At least the Democrats are trying. The problem we have in America, and I've said it over and over again, is we got to get big money out of politics. When you said about the drug companies over the last 10 years, it's some insane amount of money. It's $700 million they've given to Congress. $700 million over the last 10 years. And that, by the way, and the Democrats take it too. Kill it. And just get rid of it.
That whole Eli Lilly thing, fucking
brilliant.
Beautiful.
So what happened with that exactly?
Somebody, that whole bullshit Elon Musk.
So basically, Musk said on
thing.
Twitter, Musk said that you got to pay verification, and you're verified if you get things for $8. So people went
and just verified.
They spent $8.
That was awesome.
We said Pepsi, Coca-Cola.
Jesus Christ.
Coca-Cola said if I can get 1,000 retweets, we'll put cocaine back into Coca-Cola. But it wasn't Coca-Cola.
Love it.
So someone
Jesus Christ. George Washington
got verified.
Mm-hmm.
So Eli Lilly got verified, and then someone signed up as Eli Lilly. Mm-hmm. Paid the $8.
Paid an easy $8.
Got it verified. And then they dropped their stock 4%.
They said, I just tweeted, insulin is now free.
Oh, shit.
But
which it fucking should be. It's supposed to be.
Yeah, the guy, do you know, I don't know if you guys know this. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. The guy that invented insulin sold the patent, gave the patent away for $1. Because he said, this is not my this is not for me to make money off. This is for the world to live off of.
Yeah.
And now these guys have taken it and are making fuck tons of money off it. And this is what makes me mad about Twitter, by the way. Let's go to Twitter. The man spent $44 million. Do you know what he could have done with that money?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I know if I had $150 billion, I'd be like, you know what? Let's start a fund where we can let's get cancer cured.
Yeah, exactly.
Do everything we can.
Yeah.
Let's figure out mental health in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do everything we can. I don't understand. It's what Mom said. Remember what your mom said? I said, why are people in the Middle East and why are the Saudis so? Just why is it all about money? And she said $1 more.
It's just $1. How much is enough? It's just $1 more.
So that's a phrase over there. I need $1 more. I never feel like that. I don't. I'm happy.
No, I'm like a couple million more.
Oh my God.
Why aim so low?
Hey, don't marry a princess. Princesses are really demanding.
If there's these companies and PACs and all these things and these billionaires funneling money into keep shit corrupt and keep money in it. Where's the Bill Gates of the world and counter that money? Spend a little more to get it out.
The funniest thing is that they villainize Bill Gates, the guy who's actually trying to make a difference with his money. Although, God bless the little pinhead, because he is now trying to keep up with his ex-wife, Mackenzie Scott, and is going
Bezos.
to give away his whole fortune before he dies, right? He just gave $100 million to Dolly Parton. I'm talking about Bezos.
Yeah, my opinion changed to Bezos. I think that
he's like, oh yeah? All right.
Yeah.
Well, so
even if it were for spite.
Do you guys know? So he got divorced and she walked with $50 billion or something like that. Started giving
a lot of money.
In the last year, gave away $7 billion away, and then had $55 billion. She couldn't give the money away. She gave away $7 billion. She had 50. Now she's got 55.
Just because of interest and
she's just giving money away, and she's not losing money. And I really got something with that. And she's such a sweet person. And they get divorced, by the way. The teacher.
I know. Yeah. I thought, is she sweet? What's going on?
Well, he may be a psycho. I mean, if you listen, if I come home and you got $55 billion, and I go, hey, babe, where's dinner? And you go, motherfucker, make dinner.
What'd you say to me?
I know. When you said, hey, guys, don't marry a princess, I actually thought you were talking about me marrying a princess, but you meant the other way around.
Yeah, I
married a princess.
I've married a princess.
I married a princess.
No, I married a princess.
I married a lesbian.
Yeah, that's true. That's why that
different kind of princess.
By the way, you married a lesbian princess.
It's the holiday season, though, and I was just thinking maybe it's time for a date.
really pushing the dating.
Yeah.
We want you to be happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Right, Poochie?
He says angrily, Poochie.
Look
Give him
at-
Poochie. We want you to be happy.
I smell bullshit.
Poochie want you to be happy.
You could date. It's the holiday season. Don't you
But-
get more
so-
lonely around Christmas?
He's
I
got,
would
you got.
know.
You have to remember, he's got a 12-year-old kid. He's
Yeah.
fine. And by the way,
But
he's
that's not the same.
But no, he's a fun dad though. He's like a wee dad.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
like
he
involved.
came to you.
Oh, he
he
sensed it.
was like, oh,
He's about Poochie got you. Poochie
Uncle
got
Ken is broken.
Poochie got you.
It's all right.
But so Bezos came out and said he's giving away all $227 billion after he dies. Holy shit! Is that bullshit? Why you do that? Why you do that? Okay.
Is that a sneeze?
And so he's going to do it. And you know, it's funny. Maria Sanchez. Is Maria Sanchez is that her name?
I didn't know her. You were on
She
TV
was on
with
Fox.
her.
I used to do her show on Fox. She's with Jeff Bezos now,
Yeah.
and they're giving away all the money. And you know, she haven't heard about the Bezos rocket thing anymore.
That
Oh,
did get
yeah.
quiet for a minute.
Do you know
and
why?
the Virgin one, that was just a.
I think they kind of are like, we're going to hand it to us by Musk. But did you see what William Shatner said? I think you let William Shatner, you let the guy from Star Trek, you let Captain Kirk go to
Yeah.
space,
Yeah.
and he
You
comes
let him
back
on a trek.
and did you see him when he landed? He was crying. And he said, yes. And they landed, they hugged him. He started crying, and he goes, "Why?" He goes, "That's the most depressing thing I've ever seen in my life."
Why?
He goes, "Because I looked at this." He goes, "I looked at the Earth, and there's this tiny layer protecting it, this little thin layer, and I looked the other side, and all I saw was death." Sign up for Blue Star. Come fly to space with all of us.
That really backfired.
As Captain Kirk is sobbing.
Captain Kirk goes to space and
so
cries.
Bezos is like, Jesus, what am I doing? What am I doing? So, and you know, I don't see, because remember, it was like, we're going to have people come to space. It's only going to cost $2 million, which is weird when you put that in context of the rest of the world, that we have a country that someone decided to build a business where one ticket was whatever, 2 million, whatever it was. And then the guy who's known for being in space, the Final Frontier, sees the Final Frontier and goes, fuck this. I just got how funny that really is.
That would be a bad advertisement for your new company. That
Your
and
space company?
everyone called it the penis rocket forever because it did look like
Yeah.
a penis.
Yeah, that whole thing was just a pissing contest.
It was bad.
But guys, thanks for listening. And now, for the final moment of the Titus podcast, it's Highlanders Fun Facts. Highlanders Fun Facts. Highlanders Fun Facts.
It's hard to
By the
follow
way,
when he doesn't know
by
where
the
he's
way,
going.
I
No,
know.
but it's like this. It's this.
Yeah.
Like it's weirdly intense. I feel like it's like when I have a piece of salami and Chappie's looking at me like,
He's
oh,
trying to hang with you.
I'm trying to be a backup singer.
Fun facts. Highlanders Fun Facts. Highlanders Fun Facts. And now Highlanders Fun Facts. That's better. That's better.
The name of a group of lemurs is, wait for it, a conspiracy.
Wow,
Oh,
conspiracy
I like
lemurs. I
that.
love that.
I like that.
This is because they often work together. This is weird. They often work together in their social groups to outsmart prey. Don't get any ideas, QAnon.
It's like, so lemurs are like literally like Ocean's 11. All right, guys, let's get together. Let's get a conspiracy together and get this going.
We're going to flank them on the left
Or
and the
they're
right.
Republicans. Lemurs are Republicans. It's a conspiracy of lemurs. All right, everybody. I
All
kept
right,
it political.
hey.
That's the coolest. That's the coolest. Like Pot of Wales is
for
weird. It's got
tickets.
It's lame.
What do you?
Ignore them.
It's a
ChristopherTitus.com for
conspiracy.
tickets.
Yeah.
Also, go to ChristopherTitus.com. You can click through there or the YouTube channel for new podcast merch.
Yeah. Why do crows and lemurs have the coolest shit? We're a murder of crows.
Yeah,
We're
murder.
a conspiracy of lemurs.
If they both get
They have
together,
the coolest shit. What are we getting? We need to come with what is
Assassins.
our group? What's our group? We're a
we're a
Bunch
glurg
of-
of
Morons, idiots.
a douchebag of morons. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to the Titus podcast. Please do me a favor. Go to ChristopherTitus.com. Go to Christopher Titus TV to get all our content. Please watch our content. That's the only way, we really help pay for this. So see all the stuff we put out. It's all good. This man is amazing on it. On the computer, dude. And the funny you add is crazy. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. For myself, the lovely Bombshell Ray, and the Highlander. Later.
Peace out.
There can be only one.
Poochie, perfect.
Only one. You delayed, so I delayed.
I delayed to let you bring it home just to see. Oh, I mean on the song. You mean the way I said it? Oh, you wanted to copy me?
I was
You're trying to
going
copy
with your tempo.
You're trying to. Okay.
Poochie said, "Watch a Titus podcast."